My name is Amanda Damon, and I'm a Homeworks by Precept consultant here in Augusta, Maine. Today, we're going to take a look inside the Logos Science Kit for Science 5, 5th edition. As I mentioned, this Logos kit is specifically designed for the 5th edition of Science 5. So when you order your textbook kit, you'll want to make sure that you also have the 5th edition of that as well, so it can go along with your kit. The first thing that we're going to take a look at is when you open your box, you will find the addendum on top. This will have all of your activities and materials listed inside. Let's take a look. When you first open your addendum, you will have a short letter on how to use this. I suggest reading through it before you complete any activities, so if there is any preparation you need to do ahead of time, you are aware of what you need to do. Next, we have a contents. This will list all of the different activities and STEM activities and experiments that your student will have throughout their science book. Next, we have an entire list of all of the materials that are included and the page numbers that you can find where those materials are used. Some of the activities do include photos that are needed. Those can be found at this website, logosscience.com/BJU photos. You will also have a list of materials that will not be included with your kit. These are generally items that you will find laying around your house, such as general food items, a bottle, a map, ice, etc. Each activity will be listed with the lesson number, the title of the lesson, and if there are any modifications for that lesson. Anything that needs to be changed, you will read underneath the lesson. Materials for each activity will be listed on the right. Take note, anything with an asterisk beside it means that is something that you will need to provide that does not come in the kit. The student edition page and the activity page is also listed. When you open your Logos kit, you will see that everything is very well packaged and organized, and there's different bags, and they are all labeled with what is inside them to help cut down on searching for things. So I will give you an up-close look of everything that is included in this box in just a minute because there's a lot. But I just wanted to show you a few things that I am really excited about to do for our activities. So the first thing that we have here is just a set of different rocks for looking at underneath a microscope. So I just think this is really interesting to be able to get that up close look and see all those unique properties when you get that under the lens. And the different kinds of rocks that are in here are not something I would be able to easily find. So it's nice to have that included in the kit. Some of the different ones is slate, marble, obsidian, limestone, shale, and then quite a few others. So that'll be a really fun activity for us to do. The next thing that I'm looking forward to is we have some plaster of Paris here. So when we are studying fossils and molds and casts, we will be able to make our own with that. So that's going to be fun. And then the last thing is I always love that in these kits, they include a set of goggles. My kids really enjoy putting that on and they really feel like they are, the top-notch scientists. So that's also fun. But let's get an up-close look of everything that is included in this. So as you can see, there is a lot included in this kit. I find it extremely helpful to have all of these things in one place, and I don't have to go searching either out in stores or online trying to find all of these different things that I need. Let's take a look in the student text of one of the activities they'll have. Here, for lessons 41 and 42, they're doing an investigation on decomposers at work. Different skills they will be working on include hypothesizing, experimenting, observing, recording data, and identifying and controlling variables. Here, we see that your student will be looking into using different types of soil and how decomposers can release nutrients back into the soil. In the Teacher's Edition, we see that we have a view of the student's work text page along with the objectives for the lesson. Here we have review that will be happening, how to instruct, and questions for your student. On the view of your student's work text page, you will see answers written in red. Here is the student work text for this inquiry. We have our problem, which is how will the kind of soil affect how quickly carrots and lettuce decompose. A hypothesis and procedure to fill in. Materials needed are listed here. Now let's open up the addendum for our science kit and go from there. In the addendum for lesson 42, we can see that there are no modifications for this lesson and that we can proceed according to the instructions in our Teacher's Edition. We also have our materials listed, and the only things that are not included in the kit for this are shredded carrots, shredded lettuce, water, and plastic wrap. So for this activity, I have gathered all of my supplies. I will need 3 clear plastic cups, some potting soil, some topsoil, sand. It says I also need carrots and lettuce, which do not come in the kit, so that would be something I would provide. A beaker, markers and pencil, a ruler, plastic spoon, some rubber bands, and a funnel. And now I am ready to do my activity. Thank you for taking the time to look inside of this Logos Science 5 kit with me, and I think you're going to have a blast.